D14 podcast, round two. Uh, we tried to record earlier. I fucked up. I tried to go through audition. It didn't work. Avery, do you have a comment on that? We were snapping it around.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed at you.
There's no point in being pissed.
No, I'm not.
The only just gotta turn forward, man. Gotta move forward. But
today was too good of a day to be mad about.
It was a great day.
Tonight.
It was a great day, man. The Jays are 1-0, on pace for 162-0. We're gonna go into that. Before we go into the game, let's snap it around here about the road trip. So we leave your hotel in Cambridge.
Yep. No work.
We leave your work in Cambridge, and it is a legit snowstorm. It was a legit snowstorm.
But I had winter tires on my car. If I didn't have winter tires, we'd be in a ditch. Probably.
No, see that? Yeah, that was fine. But anyways, we almost got in a couple accidents. Let's talk about the border fiasco, Bordergate. So you fucked up.
No,
you fucked up.
I did. There's just no way I fucked up.
Fucked up. Avery thought it'd be appropriate to tell the border security we're here with a podcast.
Oh, okay. Stop. No more. He said, "How do you guys know each other?" So we do a Jay's podcast together. I didn't lie.
See, the thing is, though, like, listen, I know T-Mac, our guy, is an advocate for lying to the border guy. The less they know, the better it is, right? We should have just said we were here to watch Jay's game.
Hand up, my mom taught me better than what T-Mac told me to do. She really
did.
That's
a fair point, but we should have just said we just know each other. Like, we're just here to watch the Toronto Blue Jays. We're just boys. We fucked up. But anyway, so the guy was a hardo. He was pretty much asking me, like, hey, man, how many fucking anal kills do you have? How many bodies do you have? How are you bouncing back from your girlfriend shit canning you over text? That's what he was pretty much. The dude asked us 100. Mr. Clean, we'll call him, asked us 100 fucking questions.
Yeah, I was out on that guy. He first day on the job.
I don't think it was. I think he was just a hardo. I don't think he was first day on the job.
Felt like he was reading off a fucking textbook, if we're being honest.
He was a piece of fucking dog shit. It made me sick. It legitimately made me sick. I was in the passenger side. He was like, hey, where do you guys actually work? I don't believe you guys are here not working with Gate 14.
It's like, hey, motherfucker, like, we don't make money. Like, I know we look like we're some guys who make money. We're driving.
He saw the merch. He saw me wearing the hoodie.
We're driving some fancy cars right now. My Hyundai, I don't even know what I drive. Accent of 2009. He's like, yeah, it's like, this car's nice, but I guess it makes sense because you see sketchy cars get pulled over all the time at the border, right? And I realize now that's us. That's what I'm driving.
I see. I don't want to be known as a sketch guy. Like, I don't think
you are a sketch bag, man.
That's fair. That's fair. I guess I'll get body bagged like that. But dude, it was just like, so anyways, I'll give you guys the process. So he tells us to pull over.
He puts an orange sticker on my car.
Yeah. Like, so which means I'm pretty sure he circled, like, I don't know if they're here for work or not. So he pulls us over and he tells us, all right, like, run in there. And this guy that's doing the car inspection was the biggest piece of shit hardo ever. He was roasting me and you. Like, he was like, get the fuck inside, leave your keys on the thing, leave your phone in here. So me and Avery are sitting down, and I'll be honest with you, man, like, I was sketched out. I was legit, like, actually afraid, even though I know there was no contraband, nothing wrong with me. I was legit afraid. So I was like shaking. And next thing you know, we just sit down and the guy's like, all right, you guys are good. It was the most unnecessary fucking shit ever. Because I know the guys in front of us got sent back to Canada.
Yeah, that did put a little thing in my head. Like, maybe we're just going home, and maybe because I was thinking, like, maybe we could sneak over the Buffalo border and they wouldn't know that they.
That's just not how that works. But you are right. I mean, I'm going to drop the chair down, but I legit thought we were going to get sent back to Canada for no legitimate reason.
We were buzzing when we got by.
When we got by, we were blasting like a little bit of like Ice Spice. We were buzzing, but it was one of the worst. Like, I was legitimately scared. Like, I've never been that happy in my life to see the Detroit border. Like, to see Detroit. It felt like I was like on death row and I was like free.
Yeah, them gatekeeping Detroit like that was
again.
Go back to school.
No, it was whatever. But it was just one of the weirdest things ever because one, I knew we had nothing on us. Two, we're here for like not work. We're just here for content. And three, I was just like, out of all the people to pull over, you just pull up the two generic looking white dudes that do a podcast. And we mentioned multiple times. This is the funny thing.
It's the war on podcasts.
It's the war on podcasts. But the funny thing is like the guy is like, "Are you sure you haven't made money?" And I made it clear. I was like, "Dude, we're down $1,000.
Probably more."
Well, in retrospect, yeah, we're down more. But I was like, "Dude, we have actually lost money. So does that mean you guys pay us to come across?" It was one of the weirdest things, but I'm glad we got by because that game today was special.
It was awesome. The only other thing about today is, first of all, St. Louis, awesome place to watch baseball. The Rogers Center, that slab of concrete in the middle of that shit bum city, I'm out on.
I couldn't be more out on the Rogers Center.
Our last two baseball games we've seen, Progressive Field.
Bananas.
Like, in retrospect, how many times we used that word in the last 5 minutes?
I honestly don't even know.
Not that great compared to Busch Stadium. What a goddamn place.
See, the thing is, though, is like, we're going to have to gauge it from Saturday, Sunday, because
I think there's going to be, you can tell when you're in a good sports town and when you're in a bad sports town.
But this is my thing. We obviously had it escalated because it was opening day and it was a sold out crowd. That was my thing. Like when I went to go watch Bryson last year, opening day at Citizens Bank, I was like, dude, what the fuck? This is insane. And then game 2 it was against the A's, so it's a little bit skewed, but game 2, there was no one there.
Yeah. I think there'll be people here. That's all they have. They got a shitty hockey team and they got the NFL taken away from them. I think they were a good sport. They were pretty educated too. Like I never had a problem with what they were cheering for, what they were booing today. So
they hated us. Let's make that
you were loud. Well, you were loud today.
But you think I'm not going to be loud though?
I didn't say anything to you.
Well, this is my thing, dude. It's like I've been dying for Blue Jays baseball since I got to witness the catastrophe of the 8-1 blown lead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna celebrate.
I had no problem.
Yeah, no, I know you don't have a problem, but like the people behind us, and you could actually watch in the Twitter video I posted about I think it was the Vladdy hit, or no, it was Tim Mesa blowing the lead. The guy behind me made it a fucking emphasize to be in my video to celebrate dance on my grave. Like everyone around us hated us.
Yeah.
I don't know what they expect though. We're content guys.
Yeah, they just don't know that. They're just like, oh, who are these dipshits? But we were in a good spot. Row 1. If we were like in the middle, we would have had people throwing drinks behind us and in front as well.
For sure.
St. Louis, they're actually pretty good about it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm like starting to be out on Yankee Stadium, dude, because I think we might actually.
Yankee Stadium would probably get.
You would get.
I think I would.
Yeah, no, you would have been John F. Kennedy like assassinated so quick today.
I would have got bodied
in the first inning. You would have been shot between the.
But I wouldn't help myself because I did post a TikTok saying the bleacher creatures are the biggest losers on the planet. That didn't help my case, but. Thing with Yankee fans is I think they're all bark no bite, and a lot of them are like bandwagon Yankee fans where I don't think they actually would do something. I could be wrong, but
I'm gonna guess you're wrong.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go there.
Remember when we were in Cleveland though, at the game and those guys were fucking ripping the Yankees fans? That's Cleveland. They got nothing to live for in Cleveland.
It'd be good content though, but. The St. Louis Cardinals fans, and I've heard a lot of like I got a pretty decent amount of DMs from like the other podcast I do of like people saying to me, watch out for those Cardinals fans, like they're known to be pieces of shit. I didn't think they were that bad. Yeah. But you weren't wearing like that recognizable of a Jays jersey.
No, if I was wearing like a super blue or like a black Jays jersey, I think they would have known. But we had someone walk up to us Ballpark Village before the game. It's like, oh, what jersey is that? So, yeah, it's Blue Jays jersey. And like, oh, that's shitty.
It's the thing is like these fans are hardos, but they're not against an American League team. It's like why should we hate
them? If we were wearing Cubs shit, we would have been killed.
For sure. Let's go into that so the CP24. So you and I were driving down to Indianapolis, obviously, and like that border thing really held us up. We could have got there way earlier. And I'm looking at our DMs. I like to look at the requests. I think I do a pretty good job of answering like the listeners and like the fans and stuff like that on the Instagram. I think I do a good job of that. But I got a DM from this guy, and he's like, "Do you want to come on CP24 tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m.?" I was like, "Sure." Like, "Oh, come on." He sent us an email. That interview was kind of a melt. Like that was a meltdown. I mean, they spelled the Yusei Kikuchi wrong on that interview. It was terrible.
There's probably no Harvard grads working on that. The graphics team at CP24.
They'll block us after that comment. I mean, Global News has us blocked. But
No. Just the one girl didn't. She was out on us kind of from the start.
I
she
think
just used us.
We're going off track, but I think what did that was like me just saying like we're showing a greenhouse video instead of putting me on about the Jays.
Greenhouse video.
Yeah, it was like whatever. It was Global News. They were showing.
Oh, you were so mad because you almost didn't get on.
I almost didn't get on. I almost didn't get on.
So mad,
dude. I was legitimately like livid. But no, I mean, it was a weird situation. But anyway, CP24 did a good job of it. I think they showed me pretty well. I think the lighting was kind of impressive. I thought it was going to be absolutely I thought I was just going to have absolutely body bagged by the listeners, stuff like that. It was, in my opinion, a good interview. Like I fumble fucked the start of it a little bit because I was like, I just woke up.
I mean, they gave you soft ass questions.
They made me answer my own. Like
I would have just been like, do your job. Like find the questions to ask, I'll answer them.
Yeah, no, but
you were a good guy.
I pumped Kikuchi's tires. I gave them questions to ask me, obviously, but
seeing those guys pregame today was awesome.
Okay, so we'll go into the pregame. Before we go into like the seeing Kikuchi pregame, we got to talk about that. And we talked about this. The Rogers Center and the pregame festives for opening day are fucking pathetic. Like today we got to see it. I think it's like, again, it's probably one of the better sports towns too. So, but it was just like, it was done so right. The ballpark village right around the stadium, you could buy beers and walk around, do it for free. Sorry, not for free. You could just walk around freely with your beers. There was a pep rally outside. The guy was pumping the people up. They were fucking fired up, ready to go. Sports so embarrassing, in my opinion, in like Toronto.
Maybe it's just so corporate in Toronto too. Because I haven't really been anywhere else. Obviously, Ottawa doesn't have kind of the infrastructure, the buildings that we have right there, like in the same area, Rogers Center, ACC, like right down the street from each. But I went to Cincinnati. Their football stadium and their baseball stadium is down one strip. Down that strip, they lined it with turf, and you can just bring beers and smoke cigs outside, and it's just an awesome place to be before a game. And just Toronto, it's like, okay, you can get the fuck out of the way of the cars driving into their condos right in front of the ACC.
Yeah, I guess it's just maybe I'm biased, man, but like just seeing, for example, I was in Philly last year for opening day. It was crazy, obviously. It just like, maybe we can observe it opening day. I mean, we're probably going to be streaming that, but it's just, there's no vibe. Like when you're in St. Louis, it's opening day. You could see all the jerseys, the pep rallies, like the celebrations, like all that type of stuff. I genuinely think if you're in Toronto for opening day and you're just like not a baseball fan, you have no idea it's opening day.
No, it's also, we got nothing to do in the Midwest but watch sports pretty much, right?
I guess it's just, man, I don't know what it is. It's just like Toronto. It's just the way we do stuff down there is like pathetic. I'm not trying to be hard.
I mean, it's America's always done it better. It's like high school sports done better, college sports done better, pro sports just done so well.
Besides,
but we could go to like, say we play the D-backs next year and we'd be like, okay, this place is kind of a fucking shithole. They don't take it seriously.
I guess it depends on the Midwest.
I think we're in a good spot for sports.
Yeah. And okay, I guess we can go into the pregame. So we get into the game, and this was the reality check that kind of set into me like, holy fuck, Toronto Blue Jays baseball's back, was seeing Yusei Kikuchi warming up in left field, like throwing with his interpreter and like doing wind sprints and stuff like that. It was like, man, baseball really is fucking back. Like that, Yusei Kikuchi his hair looks like like straight out of fucking NSYNC. He looked incredible.
There was nothing more. I just wanted to take my phone out and just take videos. And it just felt like we were so back. Seeing the guys play catch, all the bullpen guys were playing catch right in front of us. They were taking in and out on the infield. I was just like, it's just so nice to see.
It's so cool for baseball to be back. For me, it's like, I think we take advantage of it. And I tweeted this a couple of months ago, is like, I would kill for Oakland A's versus Jays in like May. We definitely take advantage of just having baseball back. Like, just even in the middle of the season, I know the dog days of summer, we can't take that shit for advantage.
Granted or advantage?
Granted. Fuck, I'm dumb as fuck. Yeah, no, but
no, you're right. And you go into the game, and as soon as the Jays start playing, it's like, okay, this is just wild
It
card.
was the
It was
first
just
step
like
back.
wild card game 3. It hadn't felt like there had been anything changed at all. It's like we're just going again.
It was the coolest thing for me is kind of just taking a step back and seeing like George Springer step into the box, like as a leadoff guy against Mikkel, whatever the fuck his name is. Trailer trash motherfucker. I don't know what it was. It was like luckily I got a chance to kind of, because our seats were really good, so I guess like it was like fucking.
I feel like there's no bad seats.
There's no bad seats, but I got a chance to step back and just kind of embrace the moment that I was like, holy fuck, dude. We're at Busch Stadium right now. Jays Cardinals.
We drove 12 hours.
We drove like 12 hours. It was cool, man. I was like I got a revelation of like, this is sick. Like we're watching Bo Bichette, Vladdy, and Springer and Varsho and Belt and all those guys and Kirk and in meaningful baseball games. Like that was the sickest part for me. I know I was.
Well, I was so out on spring training by the end of it too.
I didn't watch the last 2 weeks. Besides the Kikuchi start, I didn't watch a fucking single ounce of baseball.
Yeah. It just felt long and felt meaningless after the World Baseball Classic. So it was nice to just be like, hey, this shit counts again. And you could tell by the way the game was going, you could tell by the way the crowd was. It's just like, okay, we're back.
Yeah. Let's go into the game. So that first inning fucked. Like George Springer just put on a goddamn masterclass today. Him and Bo Bichette, I think him and honestly Chapman, like Chapman raked too, but this is like the new brand of Toronto Blue Jays baseball is like just these little, like, what do we call them? The Bloop Jays?
Yeah, the Toronto Bloop Jays.
They won a baseball game and they didn't hit any home runs. I don't know how many times we can say that for last year.
I can't remember. I'm an idiot. I can't remember. But 19 hits today, none of them were home runs. 10 runs batted in and 11 strikeouts.
It was literally, and I know the little things that for me I noticed, for example, was that Springer catch in right field, which was a little bit early in the game. I tweeted it. I just came when he made that catch. It was let's be clear here. This is a new brand of Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Teoscar Hernandez does not make that catch George Springer made in right field, right?
No, I can't. You said it was probably a triple if he does that. Teoscar gets lost in the sun that wasn't even there, and we're just inside the park home run for whoever that was.
One thing that I'm going to say is I hope we never take for granted how good of a defender George Springer is, and he's playing in right field. He's playing a position where you don't necessarily need to be really good defensively, and George Springer's doing that in right field. Like this outfield, a lot of underrated plays today. Kevin Kiermaier makes a sliding catch late in the game to save a run from scoring. Underrated play. George Springer makes a catch in right field, save a couple runs from scoring. These are the things the Toronto Blue Jays are going to do to win baseball. They're going to nickel and dime you.
Yeah, the base running was like half decent too, which is crazy thing to say as well. I don't think we had a stolen base as well. Whit Merrifield missed a hit and run, I believe. It got Matt Chapman thrown out at second, but there was 8th inning or 9th inning, the bloop over the shortstop's head in front of the left fielder where Kiermaier should have been thrown out by 10 feet, but he goes first to third on a ball that goes one hop to the shortstop over his head. If there's outfield communication that says, hey, we're going 3, go 3, throw 3, he's probably out at third, and he just didn't do it. He turned around, threw it to the second baseman standing on second base.
It's just good to talk ball again, man. It was just like,
but it was also like frustrating as fuck at times today.
Well, we'll go into the bullpen. I mean,
what a disaster.
See, this is my thing. I think John Schneider should have a shock collar on bullpen changes because I tweeted it. Eric Swanson was at 17 pitches, didn't give up a base runner, was absolutely carving, and John Schneider tries to galaxy brain it to go up against the 2-3-4 hitters. No, it was 2-3-4. It was 2-3-4.
Does he play? No, because it went Donovan's 1.
Okay, so yeah, 1-2-3 hitters.
Yeah, so Donovan a lefty,
Newpar
lefty, Goldschmidt hits lefties like it's his
fucking
easiest thing he's ever done.
Those 3 guys hit over 130 weighted runs created plus, have over 130 weighted runs created plus, and then Goldie has like a 230 weighted runs created plus. And
no one's better at hitting left-handed pitchers than
I think John Schneider tried to outmanage himself today. It was a weird situation. Like, Eric Swanson has 2 outs. He had 2 outs though.
Yeah, I was shocked. You said it's like, okay, I wouldn't take him out, and I said I agreed with you. You shouldn't take him out for sure, but it's good. But if you do a managing baseball for dummies book, it's like, okay, yeah, let's bring in the lefty to face the 2 lefties in the late innings or bottom of 6.
That team really bailed out John Schneider today, because if they lost, that would have been on him.
Yeah, it was impossible to find a 0 out of the pen today.
Even Jimmy Heaters. I mean, Jimmy Heaters was fucking asked. Like, he got fucked on. Like, you at fucking Newman. He got fucked on.
Yeah, my freshman year and
your freshman year.
Sophomore year. But it was the mound. The mound
really was a fucking spin zone.
Those warm up took fucking goddamn forever.
I don't even know if you can make an excuse. He got dog walked.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you can't really get mad because that is those are 2 top 4 offenses in baseball, I think, by the end of the year, right?
I think you can make the case they're 1. Like, that top to bottom is insane.
The Cards is so good. After Wilson Contreras took the
ball off the knee,
missile 103 off the knee.
Off the knee, yeah.
I felt better about that. But then it was like, why'd he throw to Arenado in that inning as well? There was just so much.
It was just John Schneider got not. I don't even think he got mismanaged, but like, throwing to Arenado there with runners on second and third was the dumbest fucking shit I've ever.
When you had, what was his name, Andrew Kisner coming up after, who had to sack bunt. It's like, okay, let that guy beat you, not the guy who's all world.
I can't believe they threw to Arenado. Like, that was, I think everyone was in agreement. Like, what are we doing here? It was like the Cardinals throwing to Vladdy with second and third with no outs. They threw to Vladdy and he just hit like a little, like, get me over check swing single. But that game.
It feels good to complain about managerial decisions over the roster construction of the team, but I do have roster construction.
Let's go into that again. So listen, I've been a known guy for talking about the bullpen. Like, listen, like, what are we talking about, Blair and Barker? Like, why are we saying the bullpen's ass? Taking a step back and me being a man of integrity, this bullpen didn't really make any change. I mean, the only guy they picked up was Eric Swanson, who in reality is really good. But did this bullpen get better?
No, Eric Swanson made the bullpen better for sure. But it was the Fernandez brothers we were talking about being good.
Nate Pearson,
all those guys just aren't on the team. We did the AAA bullpen is fucking rocks, but that has nothing to do with the Blue Jays team that's going to have Tim Mesa come in and face.
It's just Tim Mesa being the only lefty in this bullpen is a disaster class. It's a literal disaster class. But who, like, I know there's an off day tomorrow, but Saturday, who the fuck do they throw out of the pen?
No, everyone's gonna be good. Everyone's gonna be good. Everyone's gonna get a day off.
I guess it just today it was like kind of just it was a bullpen day. I mean,
I kind of forgot that we had the day off. Or we didn't have the day off. The Jays have the day off tomorrow. So it's like, okay, you can take out the bullpen, but if that went to extra innings and it was just Trevor Richards and we had like Kevin Biggio pitching the 12th because we had no one else left.
Trevor Richards had to go. Would probably. I mean, honestly, part of me was like, "Let's get Yusei out here."
Part of me it's like the playoffs. Yeah, it's like do or die.
Can we get Yusei out of here? But before that, actually, I completely forgot about this. The Jays, I thought, were dead off the bat. But first of all, the Cardinals fuck us over and they give us this fucking electric violin bullshit ass.
Dude, that anthem stunk.
The Canadian national anthem in that game was a disgrace to Canada. It was a legitimate. I was like, what is this person doing? And
I thought the violin broke at one point. It sounded like shit.
And then you want to one up Canada. You get Adam Wainwright, voice of a fucking angel, performing the Star Spangled Banner.
You can't do that.
Who's your top 3 guys on the Blue Jays who you want to just give a go that'll fire up the crowd? Okay.
If Pete Walker came out of the dugout and just belted out the national anthem, I think I would have fell to my knees.
It would be like Leslie Chow in The Hangover singing fucking Johnny Cash, just mangled.
But if Vladdy took off his hat and went and spoke perfect English and just belted out the Canadian anthem, I would be like, fuck, dude, that is really cool. And then you say probably as well.
You say Kikuchi would be a
masterclass.
Yeah. With you say Kikuchi singing "Oh Canada" would be incredible, but the Cardinals threw out all the stops. I mean, Adam Wainwright, as unbiased people, he fucking killed that. That was a masterclass.
I wanted him to fuck up so bad, he just didn't.
He didn't. His voice was like insane, and like a couple other things that you guys probably didn't see watching it on Sportsnet was they had this like they were just ripping around Ford F-150s across the stadium with players in it. It was just weird. I mean, those opening day, I'm out on that St. Louis Cardinals chant. I'm out on it by the fans chant. I don't know what it's called, or it was terrible.
I didn't even know what they were saying at one
point. Me neither. It was a disaster.
It's cool. I don't like the ceremonies because it usually makes the game start later than it's supposed to. Not like I'd freak out like Garrett Cole would when there was someone else like that. I'm just kind of out on ceremonies, dude. I don't kind of give a fuck, but it was nice to see the boys there. Played a great it wasn't a great anthem. Wainwright sang a great anthem, but it was just a great picture as well.
Yeah, I'm going to circle back on the anthem and stuff like that. But going into, I guess we can go into like the end of the game is, I think this Toronto Blue Jays team is different because they showed an ability to the bullpen fucking up and them being able to come back and bounce back from shit. I think last year they don't win that game.
Hell no, that game gets away from that team so quick. It's nuts. They don't come back.
Because you got guys in the 9-hole, right? Like Kevin Kiermaier, that double down the line he out of the 9th. I want a Jano pinch hit for, but just Schneider showing confidence. And Kevin Kiermaier, who's obviously a really good base runner, in that inning, it was like the Jays don't win that game last year. I legitimately
there was a big play as well. Kiermaier, I believe, was on third base. I forget which inning, maybe the 6th, 7th, or 8th. One of those fucking innings. First and third, I think Bo was on first base. There's a grounder to the second baseman. Infield was in. Kevin Kiermaier takes 2 hard steps. He wasn't going home, though. Brendan Donovan has the ball in his glove, looking home, looking to throw him out. Kevin Kiermaier doesn't do anything. Like Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is 3/4 as fast as he can to home plate there, going on contact when he just shouldn't do it. I think definitely just felt like a smarter team. Belt, couple tough at bats to start, then piss missile down.
I'll be honest with you, I said, what the fuck is this guy's swing? We were walking around, I was watching, I was like, this guy is catastrophic in the batter's box, but that was a very clutch hit he had, and obviously they pinch ran Nathan Lucas, and he scores his first run of his MLB career. But dude, this is a new brand of Toronto Blue Jays baseball. They nickel and dime you and score runs that way. I mean, last year, maybe a listener can give us this, but how many times did they score or they win a game without him hitting a home run? I don't even think. I think it has to be a very minimal amount of times.
Probably less than 10, you'd think.
For sure. And I mean, this is how they started. I mean, you said it. I mean, how they had 15, 19 hits or something like that, and they won a game against a really good baseball team.
Yeah, and wind was blowing tough in. I don't remember them hitting a fly ball to the outfield once. Nothing that kind of popped up. There was who was it? Dalton Varsho hit that liner to score a run. Sack fly as well. It was just a good quality baseball game. Sorry. I mean, maybe that was different. They found a way to win playing actual baseball where you didn't have to hit a home run. Yeah. And that's, if you can find ways to win without selling out to have to hit the long ball to win games, that can travel. It's like, that's exciting to see. It's a different brand of baseball than we've seen in years past.
So yeah, that's a good. Let's address the elephant in the room. Spitgate.
Holy fuck, that was funny.
Well, okay. For the people,
I want to say, first of all, there's a fuck ton of people that recognize us today, and that
was cool.
It'll never not be awkward. Shout out to the kids from Winnipeg. We had
Saskatoon, everything. Yeah.
Shout out to those guys, man. It was awesome to see some Jays fans. There wasn't many of us today, but it felt like every Jays fan just kind of knew who we were, and that's kind of cool to see. It'll never not be weird for me. But that was awesome as well, and just what a goddamn fucking.
We'll address Spitgate. So for listeners that aren't on Twitter, and I don't know how you couldn't be, but so I was trying to get these live videos up of us reacting to stuff going on in the game, and so Vladdy hits that little bloop single in the gap, and I post a video. I think I personally thought nothing of it. I was like, whatever, this is regular video, like Vladdy reaction video. I got a ton of views, and I just start seeing comments like, Jesus Christ, dude, like relax with the spit. People posting like umbrellas under their like just random shit. I was like, what's going on here? And then I get a text from my brother saying, I'm Sammy Sprinkler. So I go back to the video, and I just might as well have just spat a loogie on the handicap people in front of us.
There was so much spit out of your mouth.
Outlandish amount of spit in front of me in the video, and someone clipped it and then Avery body bagged me with it. I can't control it. Like, it wasn't like 3 out of like the 6 videos I posted. I don't know how to control it. What was your first reaction when you saw the spit? Because you didn't see it until everyone tweeted and I told you about it. What was your first reaction? I guess I'm a spit guy now.
Oh yeah, you're a big spit guy. And
I hate that tag.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I'm a snore guy. You're a spit guy. It's just who we are. We can't really change
that. Was insane amount of spit. Like, I was looking, I was just like, it was.
I did tweet. If you're not following me on Twitter, you're not following Johnny on Twitter, you're not following Game 14 podcast on Twitter, try again. But I said the game was under a rain delay because of Johnny.
I want to give a shout out to listeners. I got absolutely fucking body bagged. Like, I got roasted in the comments. Spitgate. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. It was a legitimate nightmare.
You gotta wear a mouth guard or something.
I think I gotta go back to masks. It was terrible. It was an absolute fucking nightmare. Looking back on that video, I legit almost puked myself, but it has so many views where I was like, I can't delete this. This is incredible content. But now everyone on Twitter, our new followers, think I'm a spit guy, which I'm going to have to embrace, I guess. But it's the most disgusting thing I've ever posted in my life. I look fucking and then I post another one two like 20 minutes later when the Jays win, and there's spit everywhere again. I don't know how to control. I got to stop recording myself, but I can't. It was a terrible look.
You just got to go from a different angle, I think, probably.
Yeah.
That'll change everything up.
I had to address Spitgate because it was like taking over the internet. Everyone was just absolutely body bagging me for it. But let's preview the rest of the...
No, there's one more elephant in the room. Alek Manoa was fucking dog shit today.
Oh, terrible. And Hobbs...
The problem with not watching TV is you can't kind of see the velo and track that. So I'm not tapped into how it went today, but fuck, was it a lot of hits. There was a lot of decent contact. Wind was blowing in from right field as well. The Brendan Donovan home run sucked. The
Tyler O'Neill home run.
Tyler O'Neill, and I was shocked it got out off the bat. It's like, that ball's not 3 feet higher than the fence. I couldn't believe it got out. That sucked. It is just Jays score 3 off the bat.
Give up the lead.
To put up zeros, and frustrating as fuck.
I'm not going to look too much into it. I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's like Manoa's facing literally the best lineup. Literally the best lineup in baseball. It's hard to get outs in this game, man. But luckily, I mean, I can't say the bullpen backed him up. I can't. The hitting backed him up. The lineup backed him up.
Yeah,
he was ass. Like, he really was. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been on Alek. How many runs did the bullpen give up?
I'm excited. I will say this. I'm excited to see Kevin Gausman against this lineup on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be a tough matchup again, but
because you can gauge it, though. You can gauge like what Manoa did, what Gausman did, like who really is kind of that.
So Gausman's a huge swing and miss guy. Manoa's not a swing and miss guy. So if that's his profile and we can get some swing and miss, I think we're in a good spot again for Saturday.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Manoa was he wasn't locating, really didn't strike. I don't think he struck out anyone. Right?
No, there's definitely. I thought there was 2.
Like 2 or 3, but his total was like 5.5. But shout out Jay's moneyline bettors out there. But
I'm rich too.
Avery's rich, by the way. But
so are you.
Yeah.
Manoa, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 home runs.
Yeah, like that's not the Alek Manoa I know. But a lot of people were roasting.
9 hits and 3 1/3 is nuts.
Terrible.
So
a lot of hard.
If we go through the bullpen, actually not that ass. If you think
besides
about
Mesa.
Yeah. Like Zach
Mesa.
Zach Pop 1 1/3, got the double play as soon as he came in. No hits. Swanson, 1 inning, no hits, 2 strikeouts. Mesa, no outs, 3 hits. Anthony Bass, 1 out, 1 hit, 1 earned. Simber, an inning, no hits, no earned. And then Jimmy had the 2 hits, 2 earned, and then Jordan Romano just 2
Jordan
strikes.
Romano is just lights out.
Fucking dude, his stuff looked great. I don't know. Statcast, you can usually tell like, hey, this is above average spin, this is above average velo. His velo was up to 98 on the.
He is so special,
on the stadium gun, and it was just like, hey, Jordy, like I swear to God, there's nothing else we need to do than get a fucking 0 here. Like obviously, you're in.
Was that guy though today?
I know we're in a safe situation, so obviously you want to get a 0 in this spot. But it had been so hard to get a goddamn 0 at some point in this game that we needed it more than we needed fucking air to breathe. And he came in,
he's
first guy
he's special, man,
and it was just like, okay,
he's special. Jordan Romano is I think we take him for granted, man. I think we could, because he gets masked by this quote unquote like the bullpen's fucking terrible. He gets masked by that, I feel like, a lot of the time.
I always wanted to critique him for maybe unfair reasons. It's just like, maybe he's not as elite a closer as he thought.
But he is.
But the numbers have always said that he is, and the underlying stats as well.
Man, it just, I don't know, man. Jordan Romano gave us a 0 we needed it today. But, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of breakdown of today's game. I guess we'll go into the rest of it. So tomorrow, I guess tomorrow when this will drop. But Saturday's game, Kevin Gausman versus Jack Flaherty, that's going to be a very quick game because you have 2 guys, right, that are just swing and miss guys. Jack Flaherty's
going to get hurt again. He's going to be done.
Yeah, he gets hurt fucking putting his pants on. But Saturday's game is like a test for Gausman because he right out of the gate he's going against one of the best lineups in baseball. Like
I think he's going to dice their shit.
I think he's going to carve. I think he's going to carve. I think Kevin Gausman against Flaherty, and I think Flaherty's a good matchup for the Blue Jays.
I think out on Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good. Seeing what Kevin Gausman's going to be able to do against that elite lineup. I know we keep harping on this, but seeing what Kevin Gausman's going to do against that lineup is something that excites me as a Toronto Blue Jays fan, because that's a guy, and I think I said this, I think Kevin Gausman is the ace of this team.
Yeah, because I said this our last pod, I guess. We put Alek Manoa in the spotlight, and then you have your guy Kevin Gausman just do his thing in the shadows.
Kevin Gausman is going to start game 1 of the playoffs this year, and that's just something that we're going to have to agree with.
Back-to-back kind of disaster classes for Manoa in huge games.
Yeah. Kevin Gausman's going to carve Saturday. I hope we don't get old takes exposed on this, but man, that spring he had, and he's just so swing and miss reliant, and this Cardinals lineup is a decent amount of swing and miss guys where I'm excited for it, especially like just kind of having baseball back is another part of me being excited. But seeing Kevin Gausman against this lineup is going to be awesome. It's going to be fucking awesome. And just watching this Jays lineup go to work with these new guys like Kevin Kiermaier, man, in the 9th got a double down the line. Like, it's just the little things like that fires me up. And I'm excited to see K. Goss. I think K. Goss, that game on Saturday, prediction here, we'll go into our predictions, is going to be an unders fest. I don't think they figure out Kevin Gausman Saturday.
Okay. I don't mind that at all. And then I think
Sunday is going to be just
a fuck fest around.
It's going to be, no disrespect to Chris Bassett, but I mean, he got kind of hit around a little bit in spring training. I know he's not really throwing that hard. He's throwing at what he said, like 80% or whatever like that. But he got mashed a little bit. He got hit around a little bit. Yeah. I think Kevin Gausman obviously carved, like we said. I think Sunday's game is just an absolute coin toss. Jordan Montgomery, like slow throwing lefty against Chris Bassett. I think that game's going to have just runs galore.
Yeah, it might be. There should be a lot of runs in that baseball game.
Saturday's game is going to be just like the quickest game ever. Because honestly,
the pitch clock today, the game today actually would have been 8 hours, no pitch clock.
We got to witness our first pitch clock ball today.
That was awesome.
Cool. That was cool.
Helsley in the 9th, right?
Yeah, Helsley in the 9th.
It's just getting the countdown going.
It was cool. It was so sick. And the fans.
I would have liked a nice buzzer.
Me too. Stadium. I need a buzzer bad. I need a buzzer. Give me a buzzer. But yeah, I think I'm excited for the rest of this series, man. I mean, today was like legit a toss up, but
it would have been nice for some better
Wi-Fi
was the
in
game.
The
stadium.
Yeah, for sure. But today was the game that today was the game that the Cardinals had to win. Yeah. I think today was the game that Gausman had to win. But yeah. So anyways, man, I guess we can Yeah, we can cut it from here, but let's go into series predictions for the rest.
1-1, rest of the series.
1-1. I say the Jays win. Yeah, I agree. Jays win Saturday, lose Sunday. All right. Well, anyways, man, thank you guys for listening. Gate 14 forever. We'll chat Monday night after the road trip. Pray for us. As always, love you guys, and make sure you guys subscribe to our stuff and keep running up the numbers on our Instagram and Twitter. Gate 14 forever. Let's fucking go.